do a short recap of what I've done. Let's see. Let's see if I can tell over here. No, I can't tell, but let's see. I'm live again. Now let me make sure. Oh yeah, this one is going public. I don't know if the last one was going public or not. Uh, well, it says it was. Let's refresh this so it can pick up this new feed that I'm doing right now. Let's see. Okay. So I'm checking the YouTube Studio. What I do now is I start keeping YouTube Studio. Oh, here we go. I start keeping YouTube Studio open so that when I get comments, I can see them easier here on the chat and I can try to respond. But again, what I was talking about earlier, this feed is a continuation of a previous one. You'll see it down there. Yeah, this one seems to be working now, but my previous feed failed. But bottom line is what I was talking about was artificial intelligence. I did a big test yesterday. Spent a lot of hours creating content for a YouTube series I've been working on here called Coleman PI. It's a comedy, dark comedy about a private investigator. So I started using different text to video artificial intelligence programs, and I've been using a few. I've been using a lot of the photo, text to photo, because my original idea was to make it a graphic novel. But as I started working around with it, I wasn't too impressed with the pacing that it would have, because graphic novels are slow. They're supposed to be slow, because if you think of a graphic novel, which is just a well-drawn printed image, it doesn't play that well on video. So what I tried to do was figure out how I could use some of this new artificial intelligence text to video. And I did a big test yesterday. And what happened was I just made a big discovery. Now I've been watching a lot of the text to video online, watching people who do videos and make these videos, and they get a lot of views. A lot of people like to view them. What's the term? AI slop that they have. And YouTube has been trying to supposedly get rid of some of it, clean it up. So, but again, I have a story I've been trying to create, and I thought that this AI text to video might be a good option. But once my test was complete, and as I was doing the test, I started realizing that it's not ready. It's some of it is impressive what you see, but behind the scenes, if you haven't used it and you don't know, when you make a prompt, you type a prompt in and you ask it to give you something, it doesn't give you exactly what you want. And you have to take what it gives you. A lot of people accept it because it looks kind of good, it looks kind of interesting. Good morning, Allison, good morning. And so it looks kind of interesting, it looks kind of like, oh, this would be great. The quality is good, all that kind of stuff. But as a filmmaker, myself, who is used to controlling the process of making a story, working with actors, working with sets, working with locations, making sure everything is what it's supposed to be, make sure the actors have the right wardrobe, make sure the right props are on set, making sure that we follow the script, and being able to direct actors. One of the funniest scenes that I was struggling with was, and again, you go to my channel and you'll see it. There's a video I created yesterday and I posted it. It's called "It's Not Ready," and it talks about artificial intelligence text to video. So again, it's I would consider it not even a beta yet. It's very new. It really shouldn't be released until they had it more polished. But they're spending so much money creating this stuff, they want to try to see if they can make money on it. And I have a paid version, so they made some money off of me. A couple of paid versions from different companies. And so, hello, Brandy. Hello, thanks for stopping by. But it's really not ready. It's really not ready. So don't pay for it. If you want to try it out, try some of the free versions and see what I'm saying. A lot of people who are creating this AI stuff aren't telling us the whole truth. It does work, but it does what it wants to do. So you have to just accept what it gives you. You can't control any of it. If you try to change one little thing, then it will add another character in the background, or you're trying to make one character go to the left of the frame, and then it might give you two of the same characters. One goes to the right, one goes to the left. So it's actually a waste of time unless you want to learn about it so that you stay abreast of the technology, which I am in agreement with. So I would suggest, if you're interested in learning it, go to the site. They have tutorials. They have a free version. Try that stuff out. Try them all out if you want to know about it. And then also, if you find that you want to move forward, because I'm never against people learning these new technologies, and that's how you can start a career for yourself in AI. So you should make yourself, I would say, make yourself available, make yourself aware of how it works, and learn as much as you can on the free versions. They have tutorials. There's tons of tutorials on YouTube. The companies usually have tutorials. Like I said, they have a free version. So get the free versions, try them out if you really want to know about it, and then figure out the one that works best for you. But I want you to be aware that if you're trying to do any serious filmmaking, that this stuff is not ready yet. It's good to know the technology. That's why I think that's one of the reasons I went through it, because I wanted to find out how it really works firsthand. How the systems work, how the software works, how fast does it respond, how fast does it give you responses. So again, it's not really ready to make any work. You couldn't do any professional work with it. I've watched a number of videos also where some people are telling the truth of what happens behind the scenes. I watched this one company who wanted to see if they could make a commercial with it, and ultimately they did. But you have to make a lot of compromises, more compromises than any client would allow. So you really can't make paid client work with it at this stage. But that's not to say that it won't get to that stage, but who knows when? Who knows how long it will take? So I just wanted to give you a quick update on the actual use case of it. So go to my channel if you'd like to see more, and you'll see the video called It's Not Ready, Artificial Intelligence Text to Video. And I've also tried out a lot of the text to stills. Now that works pretty well. I like that. And if you need some stills, I've used a lot of stills in my B-roll content for some of the videos I make here on YouTube. So that works well. I've noticed a lot of people using it, and it seems good. That seems good, but still, you have to take what it gives you. It's not consistent. The character faces are not consistent. Sometimes the wardrobe isn't consistent. The sets aren't consistent. It can't really put text, the correct text in the background or on signs, or any kind of text will get all jumbled and nonsense words. So I just want you to be aware that it's an interesting technology. It's brand new. I would say I'd recommend, if this is something you're interested in, try out the free versions. Go through their manuals. Go online and look at tutorials of what other people are doing, just so that you're up with the technology. I always like to myself personally to stay up with the new technology, and I would recommend you do that too. And when this gets better, then if it's something you want to go forward on, then you could go ahead and start creating some portfolio stuff with it for your portfolio, if it's something you want to. Because there's going to be a big market. There's going to be a big market for artificial intelligence, obviously. And the more you know, the more employable you are. So this is a great time to get on board. I just want to make you aware that it's not ready to do paid work unless you're doing stuff for a client and you're completely open with the client and you tell the client the state of the technology, and they know it, they know what to expect. Because when you work with clients, they'll say stuff like, oh, I don't like that cup in the background, or I don't like this view of the image. Can you pan to the left? Can you pan to, and it's not that controllable. The artificial intelligence, you can't completely control what it gives you. And you can keep prompting over and over and over and over and over. It's crazy. It really is. Again, like I said, I'm probably more critical than any of the people who are just starting out, maybe younger filmmakers. But I'm so used to, when I make a film or I make a project, that I'm in control of what happens. I mean, that's just the whole process of directing and creating video. You want to create what's in your mind. And if artificial intelligence will only give you what's in its mind, then you really can't work that way. So again, I love the technology. I love seeing a glimpse into the future, and I hope it's not that long before it is available. Let's see what some of you guys are saying here. Hello, hello, Kilray, Swagger, Allison, Brandy. Who else do I see? Hawa. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Go to my channel and look at that video I made yesterday about artificial intelligence. I'll stop talking about it because I was really disappointed. And that's probably why I'm talking so much about it. I was hoping that I could use it to create content. This is a script that I've had for a number of years that I've written long ago. I've always had the idea, and then I finally wrote the script, and then artificial intelligence comes along, and it gives you the ability to create this content that would be very expensive to shoot and produce. And I thought, okay, maybe I could produce some of these very short pieces for YouTube. I wanted to do a test and produce some vertical shorts and some 16:9 shorts, YouTube exclusive. But it's just so new. It's just so uncontrollable that it drives me crazy. And I don't like being driven crazy. So you change, like for instance, here's one example. I had a scene where I had a character in the bar and I wanted him to be talking to another man, and the man was drinking a beer. So what I got back from artificial intelligence, number one, the main character's face changed. His clothes were perfect, but his face changed. And then the character who he was talking to, instead of having one beer in his hand, he had one beer in his hand, and then he had one beer sitting on his wrist. So he had two beers, one just floating on his wrist and one in his hand. And then the funny thing was that he drank out of the beer in his right hand, and then he drank out of the beer in his left hand. So he was two-fisting the beer. And then when you ask it to do something, like I asked it to push the other gentleman, or take his beer away, it wouldn't do anything that they considered inappropriate. I understand, but something like that, something very simple request where you're paying, and I'm paying for these services, you can't do a simple request. You try to change a direction where somebody's moving, and instead of walking to the left, they give you another character. So now you have two characters in the same shot. One goes to the left, one goes to the right. So and you're being charged. Each time you make a request and you prompt that request to be created, you're being charged. So, like I said, if you're young and you're interested in it, go get the free versions. Try them out. Try them all out so that you know how the software works. Learn as much as you can, but don't expect to be able to create exactly what you want. That's one thing that people are not saying online with all this artificial intelligence you're seeing. They're accepting what the artificial intelligence gives them. And that's the downside of it. It's not ready. It is not ready for any kind of even remotely professional work. But again, I'm not saying don't learn it. I tell you to learn it. If you're a filmmaker, if you're interested in production, you should learn it. You need to stay on top of this technology, but just be aware of its limitations. Very, very, very limited. I wouldn't recommend paying for all these different services. They have so many of them, which are monthly subscriptions. And then they had the nerve to tell me that everything I created, if I canceled my subscription, that I couldn't use because it belongs to them. That's something that no one's really saying out loud either. That the images you create don't really belong to you. They still belong to the company. So you can't do anything with them unless you're paying them that monthly service. And I know there's probably more limitations in that that are buried in the agreement. So if you wanted to know those real details, you have to read the agreements in detail from each company to know whether you own your creation or do they still own it. And I think for the most part, they own it. So they own the copyright and they own the material. So again, it's not ready. It's not ready. I'm getting a phone call in. Oh, no, I've been getting sorry about that. I've been getting inundated with scam phone calls. I must be on the suckers list. So I try to block them. And the more I block, the more they figure out how to continue to call me. So I usually don't even answer the phone unless I know someone is calling me. I ask them to call me. But most of the time, unfortunately, what I have to do now is I'm expecting a call from someone. I ask them to send me a text first, and then I can answer the call if they have an unknown number. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Remember me? Yes, I remember you. And I remember I was saying your name wrong, and I don't want to say it out loud again because I don't think I still can pronounce it correctly. But I'll just say KL. I remember you, KL. Thanks for stopping by. I think that's what I'll do. I see all the, yes, I remember you, KL. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. I'm still here giving out these quick tips online. And hello, hello. Thanks for stopping. KL, KL. I'm using the two initials from your name. Thanks for stopping by again. I have a video, I have more videos since the last time I talked to you, so go check out my channel. I appreciate it. And share it. So I'm going to wrap this up because I got to get to work. I'm working on, what am I working on this morning? Working on some content. Oh, working on some content for one of my clients who has an acting school. So I'm going to get started on some of his stuff. And I don't want to sit here. I can sit here all day and talk to you guys, but I'll probably try to come back on later in the afternoon or the evening. So you have a good day, everyone. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Share my content and keep helping me out. You're really helping me, and I appreciate it. I really do, because I want to. As you can see, I'm going all in on this YouTube channel. And if you have any comments or stuff that you'd like to see me work on, please follow my channel and leave it in the content in the comments at the bottom, and shoot me an email. I've been getting some emails, and I want to get more. Shoot me some more emails. My email's available too on my channel, and I'm happy to talk, exchange an email. I know email to a lot of you guys is old school. You use the DMs, but I still like email. Shoot me an email, and we can exchange some ideas. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. So again, KL, I will see you later, and I'll see all the rest of you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you.